Hey guys, welcome back to Cypress Steel Forge. Kind of a dreary looking Veterans Day, but happy Veterans Day to everybody anyways. Yeah, I ain't sure if the sun's gonna shine today or not, but it really don't matter, because we're here, we're alive, and every day above ground's a decent enough one anyhow. So we're getting started. We're kind of doing a new format. I put out a little post that we're going to switch to it every 2 weeks thing. I've just been struggling to keep up with the orders, which has been a wonderful thing. It is not a complaint. Really loving that. Closer than ever to actually being able to just have the dream of doing this full time, which would just be wonderful. Today, I've got 3 that need to be heat treated. I got another Celtic ring knife that's going to have some inscription on it. Got a little skinning knife here. The thing's going to be real nice for some deer and stuff. It's going to have some white oak on there, so that's going to be real pretty. A fella wants a real dark wood, so it's going to be we're going to stain that real nice. And then we've got a little 4-inch buoy here that's what do I got here? Oh, red oak. I lost track of my thoughts for a second there. Yeah, so red oak on that one. But what I want to do with y'all, you've all seen that sort of thing before. Those are just going to get heat treated today and then right on the handles and sharpening. And what I've been doing is I've kind of organized. If you can see the shop behind me, I took yesterday, clean up the shop, organize stuff, and get everything together so that on a day like today, because the first thing I need to do is heat treat these, I will heat treat these and then go straight into forging something. And I'll forge a batch, 2 or 3 orders, and then that means tomorrow, or the next day that I'm in the shop, because I got to work tomorrow, we'll start with grinding, and we'll grind those 2 or 3, and then it'll be heat treat, which means I can forge another batch. And that's how I'm organizing and keeping ahead of things now, which the whole point of was to be able to go back and have time for special projects for the channel, which is what I always wanted to do. It was cool to show y'all the stuff that we're doing, on a day-to-day. Pardon me, my throat's a little dry. I'm gonna pop a cough drop real quick. Or maybe not as quick. Anyway, it's cool to show y'all that, hey, this is what we're doing all the time. And I'm loving, the fact that people are ordering this stuff. Once you've seen me hammer out a Celtic ring knife, you've seen it. So what we're going to do today is something that my neighbor was asking about. This is going to be a really cool one, and it really leads us right into Thanksgiving anyways. They're looking for a specialty kitchen knife. Something really good for chopping vegetables, crushing or chopping herbs and stuff. Something that has a little bit more leverage on it than your average, kitchen knife. What she's wanting is something that you could rock and cut the veggies like you can with a chef's knife, but has a front piece of a handle that you could put your hand on and a curved blade. I have a drawing. Unfortunately, I left it inside. It's okay. I've got it memorized. But if you're thinking of something right off the bat, kind of like one of those half moon pizza cutters is somewhat what we're going to be doing. So I thought it was a great idea. I thought it, really, really fun. I've got some great stuff for it. So the first thing I'm doing is I've got a piece of leaf spring here. there, some 5160, real nice. And I measured it off, which is something I've started doing, which was not something I'd done before. Try to help me save metal and work a little more efficiently. So, of course, the centerpiece here is going to be the blade. Oops, I don't have it up there. You can see it. It's somewhat marked. You can kind of see the B. It was chalk. So this part will be the handle. Of course, it's going to get drawn out. And then this part will be the front handle. It's just going to be a little nub. Just something to rest a palm on. And while I haven't decided exactly what wood to use, I'm kind of leaning towards this this piece of walnut I've got here, or maybe this here black palm. So I don't know. We will see. But to start with, we're just going to take it to the forge and start hammering it out. Hey, so I'm trying to do a little bit better with explaining exactly what I'm doing. So it's been a little bit, and I finished up the heat treats on the orders I had. I did the engraving on one. I'll slip you all a picture of that one. It really did come out nice. But from there, now the piece of metal's in the forge, and I just wanted to walk out through step by step what we're going to be doing. And the first thing we're going to do is just work on that nub. And what you'll see, you know, and I'll try to shoot it from a couple different angles here. Like I said, I'm trying to improve the videos for y'all. Is that what I'm going to do is just put that piece of the steel right on the edge of the anvil, so that as I hit it, it collapses just that one bit. And that's going to get drawn out to do, and we'll do the front part, you know, the front handle part, and then we'll turn it around and do the back handle, and then I'll worry about the blade. And yeah, so, you know, it's not a complicated thing, but I want to show you how it's done. Alright, so we got it nice and hot, and the first thing we're going to do is just pick about where that nub end's going to be, and just start hammering it out over the edge of the handle. You can already see it starts to isolate that and draw it out. And you see, I switched back to the flat of the anvil because I don't actually want it dipped down on both sides. I want it to the top of the knife. What we're doing is just drawing it out thin in the middle a bit. Obviously, I don't need a kitchen knife as thick as a leaf spring. Although it will be pretty close, actually. I'm going to leave a lot of that thickness on there. Mainly because it's meant for chopping, you know, hard vegetables, root vegetables, carrots, and turnips and whatnot. And you want to have some real weight behind it. Alright, so what I've done is draw that out to a taper, and I'm just going to give it a nice little curl like the ring knife has. And not only will that give you a place to put your hand, but you can also hang up the knife. Now I'm going to leave it open like that. That way if somebody wants to hang it up on a nail or something, they're free to. Or they're going to grab it, you know, with that hand and stuff. So, I would call... Yeah, that nub part's done. So, next thing we're going to do is just move right on to the blade and handle. So, we're going to start off with the same thing. Going to pick a nice little spot. And just go right over the edge of the anvil. Alright, so I'm actually stopping on the handle for a little bit just because it needs to draw out just a hair more, and I want to make sure it'll still fit in the forge. So we're just going to squish this blade down here a bit because we don't need it quite that wide. See, that's about perfect already. We're not going to shrink it a whole bunch, because then what we're going to do is, you can see it's starting to bow this way, but when we bevel it, it should take a nice gentle curve in the other direction, and if not, we'll bend it ourselves. So once again, we're just narrowing down the blade and dropping it. Because you know what? That's also part of blacksmithing, is dropping the knife. Okay. So what I've done is just straightened out that spine. Nice. Ooh. Hey. Curved the hook. Yeah. That's more like right. Fine, we're not anywhere near done. I just straightened out that spine a good bit there. And then we're going to, we'll go ahead and draw out that handle. And then we'll add the bevels. And this thing will be done for now. Almost. Okay. Well, the bevels went in, but it just didn't curve like I was hoping. I mean, it's not terribly far off. We're just gonna take it over the anvil, horn. Make some adjustment. That's more like exactly what we were shooting for. See, now it just rocks. So let's make sure it's straight side to side. One more. I want to make sure it's straight, and then we'll let it anneal, and that'll be it for right now. All right. Yeah, I mean, obviously not perfect. It's rough forged out, but yeah, it's rough forged out now. It will rock to cut the vegetables. It's got a front handle, which also allows you to hang it, and it'll have a comfortable handle in the back. So let's pop it in the forge, let it get nice and hot, and anneal it for today. That's going to be it for right now for videoing. I've got other work to do, so we'll be back. Hey guys, so it's a chilly Friday morning and we're right back at it again. I was out here Wednesday and I did a good bit of grinding on this thing. So that's where the rust comes from. It just sat for 2 days after being grounded and not treated. That's alright, we're going to do a lot more grinding so that rust will come right back off. You can see the point where the hook is a bit narrower. I did discover a slight design flaw. What I'm going to have to do is unbend the hook and kind of thin it out just a little bit more. Probably just bring it out more, honestly, and kind of towards the back. Because when it rocks, the hook would hit the board. So we're just going to adjust that just a little bit and fix that problem. Other than that, it's coming along. You can see the bevel's nice and wide. It's actually going to get wider. This is going to be a very wide, very narrow bevel. You don't want a real thick chopping knife because you want this thing to be able to slice through the vegetables, not break them. So, yeah, a lot of work to do on this, and frankly, it's going to be a day of grinding because I've got this one to grind. That is a Der Bärenkämpfer, the bear fighter. This is one of my favorites to make, honestly. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and yeah, a lot of work to do here. That one's obviously got done. Got a Uari Skinner, Celtic ring knife, and a 7-inch fighting buoy. That's all got to get ground today and get ready for heat treat. So, busy day. I've decided because we spent so much time, showing y'all exactly how I forged it, I'm not going to subject y'all to the grinding. You've seen it. Grinding is grinding. I'm sure there are things to teach on grinding, but there's other people for that. They're better at teaching than I'll ever be. So, yeah, I'm just going to get started on work. Turn on some music, and I'll show y'all when we're done. Alright, it's been quite a week. I know much later than I normally am getting these videos out, but I have been busy, and I'm out here Saturday morning heat treating 5 different knives right now, but among them is the one we've been working on for the video. So I wanted to give y'all a little bit of update. Now, it's sitting here cooling down, going through thermocycling, but as you can see, we had a major design change here. I realized it had a bit of a flaw with the first hook rolling forward like that. It got in the way of the knife rocking like it should to cut vegetables. So I went and thinned it down, drew it out a little bit more, turned the hook into more of a loop so it could like still hang and stuff, and add a little twist to it to make it nicer. Of course, we got some holes drilled. We're going to use a white oak for a handle, and this thing's about to get heat treated. And that's what a busy Saturday morning looks like. All 5 of these are heat treated. Yeah, busy, busy, busy. We're moving right on to forging something new. Alright guys, it has been one heck of a long day, and we are just now finishing up. I did get all 5 knives done today. It feels good in one way that, you know, I accomplished a lot. Jeez, I'm dirty. Oh man. On the other hand, I'm exhausted. But so anyways, this is the chopper. You can see we had to redesign that hook. It'll still hang it up, but now when it's sitting flat, here we go. The hook doesn't get in the way of rocking it and chopping veggies. It is really good and sharp, and you can see I was just finishing up putting the beeswax on it. We went with a white oak, and I mean, that just looks really pretty. That stuff's got so much character. Man, tell you what, it's been an exhausting week, but I could not possibly be more grateful to everybody that's ordering, and the orders just keep rolling in, man. This has been crazy. It's more than I could have ever dreamed, and you know, I always held out hope that one day I'd be able to do this professionally, and I guess I'm kind of there, and it feels amazing, and I have y'all to thank for that, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. I mean it. Everyone that subscribes and likes and you know, order stuff, y'all mean everything. I appreciate y'all. Other than that, we're going to get ready for the holidays, and I'm not sure if we're going to be on schedule or not. We're just kind of winging it. There's a lot going on, and busy, busy, busy. But y'all have a safe and happy holidays, and y'all take care.